everyone, this is Edwina with Elegant Creations. I'm here to do my project share for Decorate Your Life, and I have a QR code, and you can put Edwina15 and use the QR code if you purchase anything on her website, and she also gives 15% off if it's a sale items. And so you go check out her website and her Etsy shop, and I will leave all the links below. And there's also leave links for the design team, and they have come up with some really pretty projects with this new collection. And this one is called A Cozy Christmas. And so she sent us, let me move this here, two paper packs, which is one's an 8 1/4, and the other one is a 5 1/2. I'm not sure. So it comes with two sets of fussy cuts and all these papers in there. So it has some little gingerbread houses and some really cute images. So I wanted to show you what I did with mine. And you can tell I've been working, so I'm going to show these ones. I did some little jars. I did some little treat boxes with mine. And so you can use these. This is the cover sheet. And so it had the little houses. So I thought these were so cute. So I made them into nugget holders. And so she also sent us the Peace on Earth. And so I got that image from that front page. And so let me see if I find all my other little treat boxes. Some I finished, some I haven't. I took a piece of foil paper, and then I did some lines on my scoreboard, and then cut the top off with my punch. And I put a little bow with some string that I had. I ran out, so that's why I haven't finished the rest of these. And excuse me. And so then this was one of the paper packs. So I put the little poinsettia there, and I did the puff paints. Some of them had like a little cup on there when I cut it, so I just kind of covered it with the puff paints. I thought they came out cute. Kind of did a little bit of highlight, and this was one of the fussy cuts. So I did that. I think I have one more, but I haven't finished it, somewhere in this mess. But so I did these, and I am working on some more treat boxes, so that I'll show next week. And also I made some gift card holders. So I took the large image, and I did brown cardstock. And so I'm going to cover this. I made a mess with this one. So I'm going to cover, this was the back side. So I'm going to cover the back. And then I did the front. And so I just made like a little pocket to hold the gift card. And then I did the little gnome. And then I highlighted it with glitter. And I did do puff paints. And this was one of the little trees on one of the images. And so I cut that out, put that there, and then did some little snow coming down. So I did these, and then I did this one. This one I didn't do a tag because I didn't want to cover the little gingerbread. So I took the image off of one of the top of one of the paper packs, and I put that on there. And then I did the gingerbread, the little train. So I did that, put the snow. Then I did this one, and this one I took the actual paper, the 8 1/4, and I folded it, and then I added a piece to the top. And so this one holds the gift card also. This is the first one I made. And then you put your gift card in there. You can put money. And then I did a little tag with the fussy cut. And then also, again, I did the puff paints and put glitter. Just kind of highlight the picture. I didn't do anything with this one, but this is the back of the side of it. Okay. Then I made a coffee mug. I had this in my stash, and so this paper is from the Peace on Earth. She gave us a small paper pack with the Peace on Earth as a gift, and so I made the little coffee mug, and then I did the fussy cut. So I combined the two paper collections, and so this is a gift card holder. And this was in the fussy cuts in the small. So I kind of combined the large and the small and did the gold to match the paper. I really like the way this one came out. I have more that I'm making. And so I have a lot of the little pieces, so I'm going to do the gift card holders on those. And so this is one of the images. I think this is the other side of it. I can't remember. One of them. Yeah, like that. It goes like this. So you can fold this up. Some of them I would have cut out a little piece off, so I just went ahead and made my own little pocket. And then I made, I took one of the houses, and I wanted the tree on there, so I fussy cut it all out. Then I added a piece of cardstock, and then did cut a little slit here, so you can put money or you can put a gift card. And you can also, after, use it as an ornament or a tag. And if you do want to put a gift card in there. And you can make it more sturdy if you want, just add another piece. But I put the Peace on Earth, I had that in my stash. I type up a bunch of wording. And so I do that. And so then I just highlighted the snow and left all the little images there. The little gnome, the snowman, and the little bear. And this is called A Cozy Christmas. So that was cute. And every year for my, in my spare room last year I did my little houses. So I thought this would be cute. And then, so this one reminds me of a sugar cookie, and I like this image. So I just covered with some stems that I had in a bow. And then this are all the fussy cuts. And then this is a tinsel pipe cleaner, and I just kind of wrapped it to make it look like a tree. And I did have to add here at the bottom, I put an extra piece, because it didn't fit the gift card. And so I just did a little, with my X-Acto knife, cut a little slit there. And so you can slip that in. And you can also use this, I need to cover it better, or do, I try using the inking, it got kind of sloppy. But you can use this as a tag or an ornament, or both. Use it as a tag with the gift card, and then at the end, after, they can use it as an ornament. But that was pretty. Excuse me. So I did a lot of ornaments. I'm still working on a few. So the smaller image, I had this die that's an ornament, and then I put this, it's I forgot what they're called, some type of like for snow type of thing. This one's a pearlized. Someone had given this to me, and so I put this at the edge, make it look like snow. And then I did the fussy cuts, and then I had this stamp, and I just did the shaker, the blues, and then my seam binding. And so I did that one, and then I did, let's get all my shaker was out. Oh, I forgot to show you this one. I did also a gift card holder, and so you could put money, you could put a treat in there, and so I put the little bear, and I put Baby It's Cold Outside. And then I did the bow that's in the collection, in the paper collection, and then I just got a piece of gold foil, and then I just fussy cut it around it, and that way it just kind of highlights it. And then I did a little bit of blue inking on there. So I had a spoon, and I put that inside. I did glue this down, and then you could put everything in the back. So this was a mug I had, a mug die. So I did that with a little coffee cup, and the little bear and the sled. So I thought this was really cute. Okay, so then I'm going to get back to my ornaments. I forgot that one, it was in my stash. Okay, so then this is the same ornament. I did have to add a piece of paper down here and one on the side to make the circle so it could fit this die that I had. And so I added some little trees, a die, and then I put the, it's kind of like little flakes that you get. They're kind of clingy, but then I put some sequins in there. And then I did the little gingerbread and then highlighted with the puff paints before I put it down. And so I did that and then did some trim, blue trim I had. So I like the little ornaments, they're so cute. Then I did a little baby one. And so I typed up Baby's First Christmas, but I made it too small, you couldn't even see it. So I need to redo them. And so I did the little polar bear and then the little train inside. And then I'm gonna put a little sign here, and a little bow. I thought it would be cute for Baby's First Christmas. I think Jenny had mentioned something about for baby showers, and I thought that was a cute idea, so I made the little Baby's First Christmas. So then I made this ornament, and I did put Merry Christmas. I might still put a little sign that says Baby's First Christmas here, or put snow. I haven't finished it. So all the circles that cut out from the shakers of the, what are they called? The foam, I put on this, so I layered it. So I did a larger circle and then a smaller one, and then I put the trim, the beaded trim. So I did that, and then put a hole. Then this was in my my poinsettia, and I had this foil paper, so pretty blue. So it matched perfect with that. Okay, and then I did some with the darker blue. So I did a snow globe. I put a little bit too many sequins in there, but I thought that was okay. So I made my own little snow globe and used, I have a lot of these that I use for my double-sided tape. And so I did have to cut it. So I kind of made my own little template, and I did have to cut them here. And then I used, I'll show you, let's see, my die that I had. Oops, where is it? See if I find it. Oops, I dropped it. Okay, so I used this die, and I did cut it down, and I made myself a template. And so I use this for the gold piece and the foam. So I trace it, and I will do a tutorial. It's a little, not complicated, but it's a lot of little steps. And so a lot of cutting. I didn't have a die. So I did trace the foam, and then I put this on top. So I think I did 3 layers, and then I did this, cut this off here, and then made sure that it was glued down on the sides. So then I put glitter to cover the edges and sanded everything down. I had a file and for my nails, and so I buy them just so I can sand. I don't use them for my nails, you can tell. So I did the poinsettia and the gold, I mean in the dark blue glitter, and then I had this on my, I typed up a whole bunch a while back, and so I had this little Merry Christmas on there, and so I did that. But I like these houses, they're so cute. But these are pretty easy to make. You kind of have to look what you have in your stash, and I had this, and then I had the little curve, so that worked out. And so I did that, and then the one I did, this one's my favorite. I like the gold, and so I did this little house. I should have moved it up just a little bit more so you could see the bottom, and because of this, the sequence, but it's okay. And then I had this tinsel. I only have like a little piece left, so I have to find some more. I don't know where I got this. Somebody had given it to me or something. And so I used that, and then I had the blue. I thought the blue matched so perfect with that. And I did my little stamp. So this one came out cute. And I still have to put the gold piece down here. So I think I did like 3 of these for the back, and then cut a couple of the ones for the top, and then the foam, and then the top part I did a circle and then cut it in half here. Not in half, but cut a little piece off here. So everything's kind of layered, and that's what does the snow globe. And then I use these. So I had a bunch of those in my stash that I saved them all because I wanted to use them for shakers. So then I had these ornaments. I do a lot of ornaments for my craft shows, so I had some of this items. And so I buy these, and then I put the image in the back. And then I put all my little sequins in there. And so this trim I had, this was off-white, and then I dyed it in the blue. And then I had this tool, made a bow, and then this also I had for my little houses that I make. I had this. And so again, I could have moved it more to the top, but I didn't think about it. I really hadn't done any of these, so I bought these last year and hadn't used them. So the image probably should have went a little bit higher. Probably should have added a little piece at the bottom. You won't be able to tell. So I did that, and then what else? Oh, so I'm working on this one. I haven't finished it yet, so I just this blue matched the blue in the house. So I'm gonna finish this one up and probably put the blue, the darker blue poinsettia on there. And so I just put all my sequins, and I still haven't tied this down, so I can empty it a little bit to see if I put too much. And then I cover it with some blue fabric that I had. I'll probably put a trim here. So I thought these came out cute, so I'm gonna probably make a few more. And then I made, I needed something to put all my little cutouts. So I took a piece of paper, I got online and I found these little pockets. And you can make them out of paper bags, and then you can make your own also. There's a couple tutorials out there, and they're really easy to make. So I've already made a bunch of them with different paper I had to house all my little ephemeras. And they're perfect because they fold up, and then you can stack a bunch of them in a box and then find what you need. So I had this little blue trim, so I did that. And so I can, all my cutouts, so they're all in one place. And so when I need them, I just go to what I need. So I thought this was perfect. And I will be showing some more because I did one with She Said Yes collection. I had a piece of paper left, and so I did a big one to house all my scraps from that. And so this is my last one. And I did this out of brown paper bag. Not a bag. This one is a cardstock. And I think it's a 10 by 8. And then you score at 2 on all 4 corners, and then you cut the ends and fold them in. And so I will be doing a tutorial on this. This was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So I'll be doing the tutorial on that. And also I wanted to show you how I did my little gift bags. And so I just took 8 by 7.5. And then I scored at the bottom at 1/2 inch, and then turned it and did a 1 1/4, I think this is, and then I did 3 3/4, and then I scored again at a 1/2 inch. Okay, this is your little tab, and you can do it out of the 8.5 by 11 paper also, or the paper pack that it comes with. That one I did. Okay, so I just cut the little tab here, and then I cut this right here to the score line, and then I cut a little angle, and I cut this piece off because this is going to be folded in. And then I cut this off. So this is gonna be, I made a little flap go over. And this is really simple to make. It doesn't take, it takes one sheet of paper, but let me fix that. I can't see. Kind of have to bring it close to me to cut it. Okay. So it's gonna look like this. And you're gonna do all your score lines. And bring that in. And get my glue. It's really easy, quick and fast. Quick and easy, I should say. Not quick and fast. Okay, so then you just bring that in, these two pieces, and bring that over. And then, I've got my bone folder. Then what I do is, you can get your corner round and do your corners here and bring this over, and there is your little pocket. It's that simple. And you just do the little corners. I thought I brought my corner rounder, but I guess I didn't. And then you can put your image in there. Let me see if I find my image. So then you would have to cut this down. Cut this to fit the size. So that would be there. And I'm not sure what that is. So you fold that over. And there's your image. And then you can decorate any way that you would like. And these are very fast. You can make a bunch. And different colors and different images. Or this is really pretty for this collection. I really like that. And so I will be showing more stuff next week. I am working on some treat boxes. And so please feel free to go into Decorate Your Life and check out her website and her Etsy shop. And don't forget to use my QR code. And thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. And check out all the other designers. They all have some pretty projects. And so thank you all so much. Bye-bye.